Hey everyone, and thank you so very much for attending this masterclass. It's bestseller to business, or so you have a bestseller, now what? And I'm Don McGrath, and I'm here with Dr. Cheryl and Sony, and we're going to be sharing with you some of the things that we've learned about how to monetize beyond your book. And we'll talk about what your book can do for you and what it is doing for you. And we'll talk about what some of the things that your book isn't doing for you and how to move beyond that. Anything to add, Cheryl or Sony?
I think it's perfect when many of our authors are looking at what that next step is all about. Is you need to look at not just keeping the book there, but doing something with the book to leverage it. And there's an awful lot of people I've been hearing who want to be able to get on speaker stages, who want to be able to be the consultant and use it in their classes. And so this next step's pretty important. So I would start taking notes because Don's got an awful lot to share with you, as does Sonia. So pay attention, everybody.
Yeah, get out your notebooks. Absolutely. So here's what you're going to get in this course. You're going to get a detailed blueprint for establishing yourself as an undisputed expert. And a book is a part of it, but it's not the whole thing. We'll provide a step-by-step process for building your following. I know many authors spend years, hundreds of hours writing their book, and the book comes out and you can hear crickets because you don't have a following. So it's really important to be able to learn how to build your following. We'll show you a step-by-step process for building your loyal following. We'll help you craft a talk that helps people to want more of you. That's what you want. If somebody has your book, you want them to want more of you and more of you and more of you. And we'll show you exactly what that means in this talk. And a proven process for developing deep relationships with fans. You want people to, and let's face it, there's a lot of books. There's probably a lot of books on the topic that you wrote on, but guess what? There's only one you. So the key is to get people to want more of you. So we'll show you how to develop a process where you develop deep relationships with your fans and a system for marketing yourself to grow your expert brand. And here's what you'll learn today. We'll talk about inside the mind of the client. Why do people buy from you? Why do people buy? And then what your book does for you, what your book doesn't do for you. But if you really want to have a profitable business, that you need other ways to take the expertise and knowledge that you have and get it out there around the world so people can purchase it and benefit from it. We'll get clarity on who your client is. And we'll give you a blueprint to monetize your expertise beyond the book. But first of all, I want to say congratulations. Guess what? You did it. You wrote the book. I've written 6 books, and as I meet people, they find out I'm an author. I think about half the people I meet say, "Oh, I want to write a book." How many of them actually do? Like, it's 0.1%. If you look at it, if there's 1 million new titles come out a year, and there's 300 million people in the US. So it's like less than 1% actually do it. So congratulations, you did it. You did the work, and you can benefit from that. And one of the most difficult things I find when I work with people who have written a book is you are an expert. You are an expert. You may be thinking to yourself, yeah, but it's just a small book, or, oh, but I don't know this and I don't know that, and it's not a New York Times bestseller, and I haven't sold 10,000, and I haven't done this, and I haven't done that. Well, let me tell you, I was at a talk once where the gentleman up there was a very, very successful brand builder, and he had one of his clients give him a Lexus as a gift because he had done such a great job. And this guy said when he told his family said, yeah, but it's not a BMW. And then he was on ABC News, and they said, yeah, but it's not Good Morning America. So, we can always think we're not enough, but you know what? You have expertise, and there are people who need desperately what you have. And in fact, you're robbing the universe if you don't bring your expertise and get it into their hands so they can improve their lives. So I'd like you to try to, for a moment with me, clear that head trash is telling you, I'm not good enough. I'm not enough of an expert. You have everything you have right now today. Is that fair enough? Okay, I want to talk about money in books. And I want to share with you some things about authorship and about books and what they can do for you and what they're not likely to do for you. Okay, I mentioned this before. There's over 1 million new books are published each year in the United States. That's up from 300,000 in 2007. So books have absolutely exploded. Much of it is self-publishing and some of it is electronic books or ebooks. So the number of books has exploded. That's the good news. The bad news is book sales are flat to down. So what does that mean to the author? What does that mean to the author in terms of making money from their book? It's getting harder and harder to sell your books. There's more books and there's the same number of dollars out there to buy books. So it's getting harder and harder to sell books. And the average book sells less than 3,000 copies in their lifetime. I'll let that sit for a minute. Less than 3,000 copies in their lifetime and less than 250 copies a year. So if you're getting a couple of dollars a book, if you're in a traditional publisher, it doesn't add up to a heck of a lot of money. Okay, and I know you hear, oh, this one sold 10 million copies and this one sold 5 million copies and this. I mean, those are extreme situations. There's probably a whole other course that I could teach on how those books get to be those things. But unless you want to take the odds of winning the lottery, chances are you're going to be closer to average where, you're going to be in the thousands of dollars, maybe tens of thousands of dollars in the lifetime of the book. So you know what? I get mailbox money. I get mailbox money from the audiobooks versions. I get mailbox money from the books. But I'm not going to live on it. I like it. I love it, actually. I say to my wife, every time I get a check for an audiobook or something from Audible and I look at it, it's like, sweet, this is the best money ever. But I'm not going to live on it. So it's very, very difficult to make a living as an author. People do it, but the odds are against you. Any comments from Cheryl or Sony?
I definitely agree. This is the biggest myth that many of my authors experience is they put their book on Amazon and then they expect the millions of dollars to just actively roll in the door. And while some will come, the fact is they have to realize that with so many books that are out there, if you build it, they will not come because they won't know it's there. So this is the part of what this series is all about, is helping your reader and your following find you and your book so they can not only buy your book but hire you to do other things. And you have to have that visibility, and that's what we're talking about today. So absolute brilliance.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I'm just going to say, if you build it, they will not come. That's a total myth. And the fact is, you just need to be in front of them where they're shopping. They are already looking for that information that you have. And it's just a matter of getting it where they're looking for it. And I love what you're bringing to the table here, Don.
Thank you so much. I want to talk about another myth. Another myth is if I have a publisher, they'll sell my book. Here's the truth. Here is the truth that almost all marketing for books is done by the author.
Exactly. My job as a publisher is to make the book happen. My job is to get the book on Amazon. What you do with the book when it's there is the author's responsibility. Absolutely.
Because think about the publisher can't sell your book. Only you can sell your book. Only you can tell your story. And we're going to go deeper and deeper and deeper into why that is. Okay. Fasten your seatbelts. Here we go. Okay. So what your book does for you, it demonstrates expertise. You did the work. You wrote the book. Dozens and dozens of people who do what you do, who didn't write the doggone book. They may have the same expertise. They may have better expertise, but you know what? It is, you demonstrated it. You put it down. You did the work. You put it in writing. Not only that, but it shows commitment. It shows that you have what it takes to have the discipline to do the writing and get it done. Because again, half the people I know want to write a book and 0.1% of the people actually do. Also, it provides social proof. If a publisher sees something in you, if other people see something in you, then others pay attention, right? So just having a book is this very strong social proof that you are the expert. Okay, extremely strong social proof, and it opens doors. So here's a question. You think it's easier to get a speaking gig with a book or without a book? I will tell you, it is like 100 times easier. 100 times easier. Even if the people don't know what your book is, just having the book and being able to say to them, hey, you know, I'm Don McGrath, author of Vertical Mind. I'm coming to your area. How would you like to offer a Vertical Mind workshop to your members at your climbing gym? Way better than just, I'm Joe Schmo and I'd like to give a workshop to your members. So it opens doors for speaking. It opens doors to the media. It opens all kinds of doors because of that expertise. And it forms a piece of a profitable expert platform. And I'll tell you what that means in a little bit. So
there's magic when you give someone a book rather than your business card.
Oh, it's magic. It's magic. I give away in almost every talk that I do, I probably give away 5 or 6 books.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and those people always want to come talk to me. It's magic. So who am I and why should you listen to me? I'm a world expert rock climbing coach. I have become, through that, a leading authority on fear and achieving high performance. I've authored 6 books, 4 good ones, really. I mean, there's 2 of them that were kind of stinkers, and you know, I don't talk too much about those, but they're four good books. I'm an award-winning speaker. If you are an author, you must speak. Write that down. If you're an author, you must speak because you need to get the word out. You need to tell your story, and there's no better way than through speaking. And I've successfully built a profitable platform out of my books. You know, I've been doing this for over 9 years. And, you know, so I'm here having this course with Cheryl and Sony. So you don't have to, you know, we're here to share this with you. So you don't have to. Is it okay if I share with you a little personal story, my journey?
Of course, we want to hear all about it.
So I was a director of engineering for many, many years. That's kind of, I have my PhD in electrical engineering. But, you know, my wife decided when she hit 50 years old, she had a little bit of a midlife crisis, and she was working an office job, and she said, God, I'm going to die here in this. I'm so bored. And so I said, quit. At the time I was making a lot of money. I said, you know, just quit, just do it. Follow your dreams. So she did. She quit her job, went to culinary school, moved out of the house for 6 months and got trained and ended up opening a restaurant. This is her on the left, her business partner who she had the restaurant with on the right. And so while I was sitting at home, while she was in culinary school, I was thinking, what's my thing? You know, what's my next thing? And I said, gosh, you know, I don't want to be this engineer forever. I want to do something else. So I thought, well, maybe I was really into fitness. And I thought, well, maybe I'll be a fitness coach. Maybe I'll help people to be able to stay fit as they age. And so I took this course about being a fitness coach, decided, you know, hey, I'm going to put on a seminar. So I decided to put on a seminar about staying fit after 40. I printed up flyers. I posted them all around town. And I set up a room at a hotel, and I got to that day, and has this ever happened to you? You have a birthday party for somebody, nobody shows up. You have an event, nobody shows up. Well, my wife and I were the only ones who showed up to this event. And I thought, gosh, you know, what's the deal? I put this stuff out there, you know, I've got all this great information. Well, but, you know, I talk to people and they're like, well, people don't know who you are. You know, you've got an expertise as an engineer, but you don't have expertise as what you're trying to do here. So I thought, well, maybe, you know, what do I need to do? And I happened to meet a guy who had just written a book. It was 50 interviews with entrepreneurs. And so he says, hey, I'm looking for other people to write books in a series. So 50 interviews with entrepreneurs. And I thought, well, hey, maybe I'll do 50 athletes over 50. Maybe I'll interview 50 athletes over the age of 50 to find out how they do it. That'll help me to build that expertise. So I did, and I engaged with that guy, and we started writing the book, and I got through 10 interviews, and he said, hey, let's publish your first book. We're having this big launch. I know you're not done with 50. Let's do 10. So this is actually my first book. I actually had an ISBN number. It was a pretty thin little book. All I did was take the 10 interviews and slap them together. So the cover design's terrible. This is a terrible book. Do you think this is a terrible book?
I've seen more interesting, exciting book covers.
It's a terrible book. And all I did was slap the interviews together. Nonetheless, because every time I had been doing an interview, I would publish a blog post and I would share it with the person who I interviewed, and I would ask them to share it with their crowd. I sold over 100 of these books. And this book was only in print for 6 months. So I learned some valuable lessons about building a crowd. You don't write your book, put it out there, and then hope that someone's there. You have to actually, while you're writing your book, start sharing that content. So that was a valuable lesson. And I carry that on, finished 50 Athletes Over 50. I've sold a lot of these books because guess what? I had 50 people, 50 fans who then I asked them to share. And these people are, you know, they're connected. And so this book is done very well.
Can I just,
yeah.
sorry, and because you have an icon there, somebody that I know from my hometown, Banana George, the barefoot skier, was barefooting at 90 years old. Anyway, so he has a big following. So
he has a big following.
Something genius in leveraging their following in your partnership. So I just want to plug that. Okay.
And so quite accidentally, I ran into what I consider one of the ninja tricks about publishing. Include other people in your books. And you know, if you have an anthology book, wow, what an opportunity, right? You've got multiple.
Remember that commercial, Don, where they said you tell two friends and they tell two friends and so on and so on. It's the rinse and repeat.
So it's huge opportunity with an anthology book because you can all be cross-pollinating, all leveraging each other's connections. So extremely powerful, and we'll get into more of that. But so through this journey, I decided I wanted to go back and write about one of my real passions about rock climbing. So I came out with this book, Vertical Mind. I co-wrote it with a psychology professor from Adams State University. I've sold tens of thousands of these books. I've gone on to give workshops. I've given courses. I've done masterminds. I've been able to now take people who aren't climbers using the things that I learned in this journey to show them how to overcome fear and achieve what they really want to. So that has been the journey that I have been on. So, and like I said, I've been at this 9 years learning how to take my book, turn it into a way of getting way more than just a book. Any comments, Cheryl or Sony?
I think it's important for the visibility. Part of what we do at the Refractive Thinker, as many of you know, is we are already college professors, but we're only known by that small group of students at our university, and every 8 to 10 weeks to 14 to 16, we're getting a new group of students that are going on. It's a wonderful opportunity to impart upon them your expertise as part of the conversation, instead of what we often do as faculty is recommending others as part, you know, the giants in our field. We want to make sure that we are part of that conversation. And so the more you can integrate that, even if you're faculty teaching the classroom with 25 new minds every semester.
Wow, Cheryl. That, you know, it just occurred to me about, you know, you are an expert. Step into your greatness. Step into your greatness. Own it. And I know, just get rid of that head trash that I'm not good enough. Yeah, but I'm not whoever. Like, I might not be the top of the field, but you know what? You are an expert. That's wonderful advice. So I want to share about some of the main theme that I learned in my journey. So first of all, if you're looking to establish a platform, there's some steps that you have to take. The first step is you have to clarify. You have to get clear on who you help and how you help them. There's lots of ways you can help them. Listen, I can help my neighbor by swinging a hammer. I can help my neighbor repair his fence. I can help him with maybe a plumbing project, right? I can help him with the rock climbing. I can help him with writing a book. There's many different ways. But you know what? If I try to do all of that, I'm just going to confuse people. So it's extremely important when you're developing a platform to get real clarity on who you help and how you're going to help them. And so I'm going to walk you through in this lesson a really cool exercise for helping you along that path. Once you get clarity, you have to create something. A book, a course, a workshop, a coaching program, something that you can offer them, right? So you get clarity and then you create something of value. Then if you have something, but you don't sell it, well, guess what? You're not going to be very successful. So you then have to actually make offers to people and sell it to them. And then finally, once you have all these things, it's much easier to sell something to someone who's already purchased from you than to someone who doesn't. So once you've been able to establish a customer base of your book, your workshop, you can add other value, other value, other value. And that's when you can really scale. So I want to share with you a platform blueprint. And if on the horizontal axis, these are different products that you can offer. And by no means is this a complete list, but it's the typical thing that I've seen and what I've done. And on the horizontal axis is the value. I didn't put any numbers on here, but I'll talk about them as we go. So kind of at the bottom of that is the book. Book is, $20, so it's a very introductory thing that someone can get. I like to call it the smallest bite of you that someone can get. It's the smallest nibble of you that someone can get. Then there's workshops, and workshops are where you offer a workshop, people come somewhere, and then you show them how to solve a problem. You help them hands-on right there, solve a problem. So workshops. And in general, people will pay, I don't know, at the very low end, $75 for a 4-hour or one-day workshop. All the way, people pay thousands of dollars for one-day workshops, depending upon what value is offered there. So definitely much higher than a book. Then there's courses, and courses are not one sitting. They tend to be multiple sittings, and these can be in person or they can be online. And there's a whole growing movement around online courses, Udemy and all these other platforms of offering courses. And so you can really offer a ton of value, not limited by one sitting. And again, people can pay, low prices, $50 up to thousands of dollars for these courses, depending on the topic and the content. Speaking. You can speak for free, but you can also get paid to speak. I've been paid thousands of dollars to speak. So you can speak and be paid for imparting that to an audience. There's membership, where people can subscribe to a membership where you continue to offer them value. So it's not just one item, it's not just 5 modules. It's every month, every week, you're offering them more and more and more value, and they pay you a monthly membership fee to keep getting that stuff from you. There's coaching. This is where you will get either one-on-one or on a group coaching call, and you will coach people. You will coach them, helping them through solving their problem. There's retreats and events. So this is where you might go for a week somewhere, who knows, you might go somewhere exotic, get together with people, and maybe you help them write their book. Maybe you help them identify how to do something that you know how to do very, very, very well. So this is a progression of things that you can move through and continue to offer more and more and more. All right, I'm going to pause there for a second. Cheryl, Sony, anything to add?
I think what we're looking for is the ability to continue moving forward. This is something that my authors think, that the destination journey ends with the destination of having a book. And what you're showing is what I often tell them is creating the book is only 5% of the equation. They have a hard time wrapping their mind around, but it spent years or months or however long it took to write the book, and that's it. It's going, do you want to spend time on the $20, or do you want to spend time on the $2,000 or $3,000 or tens of thousands of dollars as you go up this? So I think this is an amazing ladder of progression of expertise, as opposed to thinking the book is the end destination.
Excellent. So if you're going to offer these things on the right, where you're asking people to, I like to say, vote for you with their wallet. Mm-hmm. They're going to vote for you with their wallet, which means you've gained their trust. You've gained their trust. If they're going to, even if they're just going to buy your book, they have to trust you. If you're going to do that, there's a part that many, many of us don't like to think about, but there's the stuff on the left, which is giving stuff away for free. Giving stuff away for free. I mean, it's a critical part. These could be white papers, they could be ebooks, they could be videos, they could be webinars. If people don't know you, most people buy books because someone else tells them to. Really. I mean, think about when you buy books. It's because somebody else says, "Oh, I read this great book. You should really buy it. You should really buy it." And that could be Amazon telling you to buy the book, but most of us buy books because someone tells us to. So if you don't know others to buy your book, you kind of got to be ready to give them value for free. Sony, I know you know a lot about this.
Mm-hmm. I call it the irresistible offer, because in marketing, we talk a lot about knowing, loving, and trusting you, or knowing, liking, and trusting you. Well, a lot of that happens in the free zone, is getting to know you and getting to like you. They don't trust you until they have paid you something and you have delivered. And that's where the right side of the equation is really important. The cool thing, though, and you're probably going to be talking about this shortly, is that as you go up that ladder, it does require more time and effort, and you're rewarded for investing that time and effort exponentially. You know, you did spend a lot of time writing this book. Give you that, hands down, congratulations. That is $20. What you spend and the amount of time that they have access to you individually in the retreats, that's where the exponential fun stuff, because you're really operating in your brilliance and giving exactly what you love to talk about to people who really want it. So
yeah, I mean, just to give you an idea, you know, when I bring people, you saw that picture of me taking that person climbing. He's not a climber. He was a businessman from Germany. You can get paid $1,500 a day per person for something like that. Would you like that? Anybody who's not shaking their head up and down, you know, I would say, you know, let's have a conversation. All right, so I want to talk about why do customers buy from you? And this is from something I just gave a workshop on. The first time I ever gave this, it was about storytelling. But I'm using this because I think it contains some really powerful things. So why do customers buy from you? First of all, they'll buy from you if you help them to survive, if you solve a problem for them, if you help them to survive, do something to help them survive, they will buy from you. If you help them thrive, so not just solve a problem, but if you can also just create new possibilities for them that makes their life better. So this is what I like to call the what. If you solve a problem or you create new possibilities, that's the main reason, and you have to do this. You absolutely have to solve a problem for someone or make their life better in order for them to buy from you. If you don't have that, you don't have a product. Nobody's going to pay you a dime. Now, once you have those things, you also, oops, what's going on? Okay. You know, what makes you different is, well, how are you going to do it in a way that's easier than what everybody else does? You know, how are you going to make my life better? How are you going to make this easy for me? How are you going to make this feel good? How are you going to make this solving this problem or creating a new possibility enjoyable? Okay. So not just solving the problem, but also creating an experience and making it a good experience. That's what makes you different. And then finally, at the very, very top, that really makes customers sticky is show them how to be part of something bigger than themselves. Every great brand wants you to shows you how to be part of something bigger than yourself. One example, Whole Foods. Whole Foods doesn't just give you great organic food. They don't do it in the store that's really kind of fun, colorful, and has great stuff on the shelves and beautiful and a fun, great smelling experience to be in. But they're about sustainability for the planet. So Whole Foods has all of these things. So I like to say the first two things down here are what you do to solve a problem or create new possibilities. This is your what. This is what you do. The next two, how you do it differently, how you make it good, easy for people and fun for people. This is how. How do you make their life better? This is what makes you different. And then finally, the top is your why. What do you do and how can they get involved? Well, this is a whole other course, so I can't get into the whole thing. What we're going to focus right now on is the very bottom, survive and thrive. Who do you help and what problem do you solve for them? I'll pause there for a second. I don't know, Sony or Cheryl, I don't think you've even seen this before. So anything to add?
You're following Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
And I was thinking the same thing, going, wow, Maslow would be so thrilled with you right
now. And it's true, because until you have that survival handled, you cannot move up the ladder. And there's something that I hear often is that you can't give somebody what they need until you give them what they want. So I can't wait to hear how you wrap that all up.
Yeah, this is super fun. I came with this while I was on vacation. It just like came to me that, and there's actually 3 stories that you need to be able to tell about your business. And so that's a whole other course. If anybody's interested in that, we can talk about it. Let's walk through an exercise that I love to use with people about helping them, that helps them understand their what. So you want to know, what problem do you solve for whom? Okay. So this comes from 3 things. This comes from 3 things. First thing is, where have you struggled? If you haven't struggled at something, chances are you're not going to be able to help somebody with their struggles. So where have you struggled? Where have you had that blood, sweat, and tear? Where have you really put forth tremendous effort in your life? Where have you struggled? So, really think about this, and you may want to just jot this down. In fact, the homework I'm going to give you, you'll have a chance to run through this and actually do this exercise. The next is, where have you spent thousands of hours? I think almost everybody knows Malcolm Gladwell's magic 10,000 hours, right? But where have you spent thousands or tens of thousands of hours? So where have you struggled? Where have you spent tons of time? And then finally, if you've struggled, you spent tons of time and you didn't accomplish anything, you can't really teach anybody anything, right? You'll teach them how to wallow. So where have you had accomplishments? So it's these 3 things that help you to understand who you can help. Now, for me, I've struggled as a rock climber. I've trained. It's been very hard. I've really struggled to become the climber that I have. I've spent tens of thousands of hours training for climbing, teaching people how to climb. And I've climbed at very high levels, and I've helped other people to climb at very high levels. But that's not the only group of people that I can help. I can do personal development. I've struggled with my own personal development. I've spent tens of thousands of hours in training around developing myself. And I've accomplished a lot in my career and in my life as an entrepreneur. And so there's many different ways, but they all stem from, where have you struggled? Where have you spent lots of time? And what have you accomplished? And I'll pause there for a second. Cheryl and Sony, anything to add?
Well, this is very similar to why authors have come to the refractive thinker in the first place. Is that what we did was we changed the model, and that's how I started my company, is because of the struggles that all academics face at the doctoral level. They want you to publish, but they often don't teach you how. And we hear that's the way we've always done it. And it's really strange that you all came to us from the refractive thinker because you wanted a different option. You wanted additional things that traditional academia has not offered to you. And so the problem we solved was helping academics at the doctoral level get published, to own their copyright, to have a quick point of going through, and to retain all of the academic purviews such as peer review, etc. So this is exactly what we've done with why you came to us in the first place with academic publishing. Now what we're doing is turning you over, Don, of the, well, now that you've published the book and you've solved that problem, now you have a new one, is what do you do with it? Because you want to move up that ladder, and that's where Don's expertise comes in. So it's nothing different than what you've already done already.
Oh, awesome. So when I went through this exercise myself, this is what I found. And and we all can help a lot of different groups of people. Would you agree? There's a lot of different people that we can help with the struggles we've had, where we spent time and accomplishments. But you know what? Some people can't pay you for it. Some people can pay you for it. And so this exercise I went through to help me try to understand who I wanted to serve and who can best, where my best value is, right? So you'll see I've got one group of people I can serve as rock climbers, because I've been a rock climber, and another group is entrepreneurs, and another are people looking for personal development. These are groups of people that I go through the exercise of where I've struggled, where I've spent time, what I've accomplished. I've accomplished a lot in each of these 3 things, and I could help people in all these things, but I need to focus. I need to do one thing. Over here, we have pleasure and pain. It turns out that people will pay you quite a bit more for taking them away from pain than helping them move toward pleasure. They'll purchase a product to make their life better, but they'll be more likely to pay more to move out of pain than toward pleasure. So I'll fill out this matrix with my example. Okay. And this will help you to figure out, who you want to work with. So for rock climbers is really a pastime, right? So I'm not really solving a problem for someone. I'm really helping them move toward pleasure, the joy that they get out of rock climbing. And I put $1 sign there because rock climbers are cheap. It's a dirtbag culture. It's like, I imagine that skiers and surfers, and I think there is a certain dirtbag culture. So I know, because I've done the workshops, and to get $97 for a 4-hour workshop is a lot of money for these people. So I put $1 sign there. For people in personal development, I'm really helping them thrive, right? I'm not solving a real problem for them necessarily. I'm helping them to move to the next level. I'm helping to enhance their life, really create new possibilities. So more moving toward pleasure than solving a problem. And these people, people pay money for personal development, but I put, certainly more than rock climbers. So I put $2 signs there. Now, if I look at what I do with entrepreneurs in terms of helping them with their speaking, their writing, getting clarity, entrepreneurs know they have to invest in themselves. Every successful entrepreneur I've ever met knows that no one else is going to invest in them if they don't invest in themselves. So they have to invest in themselves. So I put $3 signs down, and there you're helping them solve a problem. You're helping them to, optimize their business, how to get their business to where they need it to be or want it to be. So in this example, the last time I did this, I decided I'd like to work with entrepreneurs. I think I can add the most value to them, and in return, they'll pay me best. And I can help them in multiple ways. I can help them with speaking, I can help them in writing, and I can help them with their mindset. So this is an exercise that in the homework, you'll get a tool where you can actually walk through this yourself. And this will help you to crystallize who you can help and then who you want to work with. I'll pause there for a second. Cheryl, Sony, anything to add?
Well, here was something that was radical for me a few years ago when someone offered that same quote that you have is who I can choose to work with. I'm like, what do you mean I get to choose my clients? Aren't you responsible for chasing money, and whomever comes to you, that's your responsibility? I never thought there was much choice involved. But when you look at some of the options that we have, we can choose the people we want to play, who we serve best, and who are our people, our tribe, the people that come to us more like we have the academic entrepreneurs that tend to follow us in the refractive thinker, those who want to do more than just have their findings sit in a book that they did their doctorate on. They want to share it with the world, and those are the types of people that are attracted, and who over the years are going, yeah, I'd like to play with these people, but I never thought as a business owner, Don, that I ever had choice. And I think this is a phenomenal tool to think about.
Awesome.
I would like to also say that I love this because it really shows me where I personally want to invest my money. But I, as a marketer, I'm a little on the mercenary side. So I'm just being honest with you. However, there is the idealist in me, that previous educator, and I do want everybody to have things. I don't think what you're saying is exclude any group. It's choosing one to focus on at a time.
Right. Absolutely.
And then, hey, you have a passion for rock climbers. So, because I know you still do these workshops, that don't pay you very much, right?
Yeah.
But that's because that's your passion. But that's in that little compartment over there, and there's a whole little marketing funnel, if you will, for that thing. But really, your bread and butter, your life is spent in helping entrepreneurs spread their message, right?
Yeah, and I just had a guy call me the other day. He wants to come to Colorado and have me work with him for a few days. Mm-hmm. He just called me out of the blue. I currently am not spending my marketing dollars or my personal time and energy on marketing for that. I'm really focused on entrepreneurs. Now, and I think this is a struggle for entrepreneurs, is that they see all these opportunities. Mm-hmm. And if you get in the mode of chasing opportunities, it can be very hard to get momentum.
Right.
So really focusing all your marketing collateral, your messaging, so that it gets super clear in the area of your current focus. But yeah, my current focus used to be something else, and now it's this. And I have no doubt in 5 years it'll be something else.
Right.
But,
and the beauty is, as an engineer, you've systematized it. So once we've got this on automation, then this will be running like clockwork. and then you can address other things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So here's another part of the homework. So it's important to summarize your what. This is my what statement. So entrepreneurs hire me to show them how to monetize their expertise so they can have the lifestyle they desire. So you'll have the chance after going through those exercises to be able to write your own why statement. Is that pretty cool? And you'll get crystal clear on who you help. So is everybody ready for the homework?
Absolutely. We are academics. We love homework. I can hear everyone cheering for it.
Yay, homework, homework. So I like to, whenever I'm kind of helping people with stuff, I like to say, homework is work, yes, but it's an opportunity to be creative. So look at it as being creative. So you'll get a PDF that has this diagram to remind you, and then you'll have this worksheet where you can list out your struggles. You can list out where you've spent time. You can list out your accomplishments. And then you can brainstorm, what are some groups of people that you can help? And you might come up with similar like I did. I can help, sir. I can help. You know, because I know we all have many, many strengths. We all have many, many talents and expertise. And then once you've done that, you go through this exercise where you put down the groups, you put those little dollar signs, pleasure or pain, and then that'll help you to think about who you can choose to work with.
And
then
Don,
finally,
where do you find those exercises? Is there a PDF file that gets emailed to people who've signed up for the workshop? How do they get these documents for these exercises?
we'll email it to you. You'll get this in an email.
You know they're going to ask.
Yeah, yeah. And then your what statement. So just write this out. Blank, hire me to blank so they can blank. And, you know, you may have seen similar like elevator speech kinds of things. And, you know, one thing I learned at a recent workshop is, you know, the language used to be, I help so-and-so. Now the better language is, you know, it's a better language, so-and-so hires me, because that's kind of what you want. You're not a volunteer. You kind of don't just want to help people. You want people to hire you. So you'll have the opportunity to go through this exercise. Well, that's basically the first lesson. And so anything for people, Cheryl or Sony, about that first lesson?
Well, here's what I want to use your lesson and demonstrate how you've met your own lesson. Think about what Don had offered us before we first started the exercise, or before we first started the seminar. He gave you the idea of here's what he was going to cover. Now he has spent all of this time to be able to make sure as social proof that he did exactly what he promised you he would do. And that's something that builds trust with you so that you will know in the lessons that come forward in lessons 2, 3, 4, and 5, that these lessons will actually be just as the first to do exactly what you've promised. That's accountability. And that's something that we have done in everything that we've done for the refractive thinkers. So the best advice I can do is to follow what Don's tell you, is simply meet the expectations of what you've promised your client you will do. Very simple.
And I hope in this short time, we've added lots of value. I hope you had at least one aha moment of saying, gosh, I never really thought about that way. Or, oh, I never really thought about doing a workshop. Or I could be a coach, really? I can get paid $1,500 a day for doing something? So I hope you had at least one aha moment, because that's why we want to just deliver. We want to over deliver. We want to make sure that you walk away going, holy man, what a valuable course. So lesson 1 was about gaining clarity. And lesson number 2, here's what you're going to get. It's about creating. So you'll understand what it takes to implement a platform. What does it actually take to implement those things that were on that platform? And then what does it take to market those things on the platform? I'll give you some thoughts about how difficult some of those things or easy those things might be marketable. And then I'll show you the 2 best places to start, because some things are easy and some things are hard. Do you want to do it the hard way, or do you want to do it the easy way? Well, I'll show you the 2 easiest ways to start that have a pretty high return, show you a proven framework on how you can implement those 2 products, and then show you a lean content generation strategy to start building your following from stuff that you're already going to do or stuff that you're already going to have. So you're not going to have to go through writing any special stuff. You're going to take things that you already have or that you're creating in these platforms to build your following. Well, that's what you're going to find out in lesson 2. And I can't wait to see you in lesson 2.
Well, I want to be able to offer a closing thought is, remember, what is the reason you hire a coach for? Remember, we're not above you or below you. We're just ahead of you in the process. And anything's easy once you know how. What we're trying to do is leverage the expertise we have so you don't have to spend the 3 years, 9 years, 10 years, whatever it is it's taken us to get to this point. But you always want to make sure is find someone who's done what you've done very well and successfully and hire them to teach you how to do it so you don't have to go back and reinvent the wheel. It's really that quite simple. So come join us in lessons 2, 3, 4, and 5 and see what else we have to offer for you.
Come join us.
Thanks for joining us today, everybody. We really appreciate it. I'm Dr. Cheryl Lentz. This is Dr. Don McGrath and Dr. Sony. We are so thrilled to have you all with us, and we hope we'll see you next week. Take good care, and thanks for joining us today.
So I know that you got a lot of value out of lesson 1 of this masterclass. And I'd like to share with you what you will receive when you register for the rest of the course. And so if it's okay with you, I'd like to share this with you. Is that okay? All right, let's do it. So here are the benefits to you when you register for the remainder of the Bestseller to Business Masterclass. You'll grow your business faster, way beyond the book. We talked about many different ways in a platform to monetize your expertise, and that will help you grow your business much more quickly than just using the book. It'll also help you share your message in a much, much bigger way. You'll only reach so many people with the book, and you also will only reach them to some extent. But as you take it to other things on your platform, like your workshops and your mastermind and your coaching, you'll impact their lives in a much, much bigger way. So not only will you reach more people, but you will reach them at a much deeper level, and you'll help more people. And I know that's what you want to do. You'll save lots of money. So there's lots of courses, and believe me, and I'm embarrassed how much money I've spent on courses, some of which were good and some of which I got nothing from. This is all in one place. You'll save lots of money by taking this one course, and we have a very, very special offer for you since you're watching this today. You might be frustrated. You put a lot of work into your book. Your book is out there in the world, but you might not be seeing the returns on it that you were hoping. Well, in lesson 1, we explained why that is, and we presented some strategies. In the lessons to come, we're going to show you exactly what you have to do, the exact steps that you need to take to get what you want, which is to monetize your experience and your expertise in a much, much bigger way. And if you can't tell, we like to have fun. So in the following courses, in the following lessons, you'll have a lot of fun. You'll learn and you'll have fun while doing it. So this is what you're going to get when you register for the remainder of this course. You've already taken lesson 1. That's our gift to you. Now you'll get lessons 2 through 5 of the Bestseller to Business Masterclass. And that has a value of $497. So you're going to get the entire course with that value of $497. And that includes lesson 2, which is how to create your first product. There's lots of different things that you can do on your platform. We'll show you what's involved with marketing each one of those things, what's involved with implementing or creating each one of those things, and I'll share with you the 2 easiest ones. Do you want to do things the hard way, or do you want to do things the easy way? I'll show you the 2 easiest way and exactly what you have to do. And in fact, a lot of what you need to do to generate those 2 are the same. So you get a lot of leverage. That's lesson number 2. Lesson number 3 is how to move people to action through speaking. If you have a book, you need to speak. There's no better way to get the message out about your book and your platform by speaking. That can be on video, it can be on a stage, it can be in front of networking groups, but I will show you how to move people to action through speaking. Not just sharing your story, not teaching, not professing, not entertaining, but how to move people to action to get them to want more of you. So they're saying, tell me more. Lesson number 4, how to win stages. Turns out there's many different kinds of stages. And so in this lesson, we'll teach you what the different kinds of stages are and how to win each one of them. Lesson number 5, how to build a following of raving fans. So this is how to nurture along people who find out who you are. They show curiosity, but you know what? It's not about when you want to sell something. It's about when someone really needs your help and is ready to buy. So there's strategies and tactics for doing that in a systematic way, and we'll show you and teach you exactly what you have to do this. So that is lessons 2 through 5 of this course. Extremely valuable. We put a value of $497 on this valuable information. You'll also get a 1-hour coaching call with me, and I value that at $200. So we'll get on the phone, I'll understand where you're at, what you're trying to accomplish, and I'll give you some guidance. I'll give you some strategies that you can start implementing, specifically customized for your situation. You'll have also a 1-hour coaching call with Dr. Lentz. So she will share with you her incredible wisdom and get you going in the right direction. So myself, Dr. Lentz, each providing you incredibly valuable coaching, each valued at $200. And Dr. Sony Jackson, another coaching call. So an hour with each one of us, drilling specifically into your situation, what you're trying to achieve, what you've done so far, what tools you have, and we will help you craft a strategy so you know exactly your next step. So how valuable is that? You get the course plus all this coaching bundled together, and the value of that is $1,097. So just over $1,000. So incredible value. This will move you forward. This will move you forward because, you know, the courses are knowledge, but the coaching calls will help you apply that knowledge and get the skill you need to move forward. So imagine if all this did was save you a year or more in monetizing your expertise. So you're not sitting where you are 1 year from now. If all it did was move you ahead by a year or save you a year in getting there, would it be worth it? $1,000. Would a year of moving you forward to having that platform, that a profitable platform where you can really earn a living on, would that be worth it? If all this did was finally get you started on the path to living your dream, begin with the end in mind, Stephen Covey said. So I know you have a dream. I know there's a lifestyle that you want. Well, guess what? Having a platform with all these different ways of adding value to people and having them pay you for it can give you that lifestyle. So if all this did was finally get you moving down that path in a significant way, would it be worth it? And if all this did was help you avoid wasting thousands of dollars on other training, you know, and I've spent probably enough to buy a house. I'm ashamed to say, but it's probably enough to buy a house I've spent on training. And I spent it so you don't have to. So if all this did was save you from spending, I don't know, tens of thousands of dollars, that's my experience, Sony's experience, Cheryl's experience, would this be worth it? I think it probably is. Hopefully you're agreeing that it would be. So again, what you're going to get, you're going to get the remainder of the course, lessons 2 through 5, which show you how to create your products, how to move people to action and speaking, how to win those stages, and then how to build a following of raving fans. That's a $497 value. You get the 3 coaching calls with myself, Dr. Lentz and Dr. Jackson. Incredible value. We put a price tag on or a value on it of $1,097. So you can see why this would be a good deal at $800 to get all that value, to get those coaching calls plus the course for $800 would be a great deal. It would be a fantastic deal for $700. And in fact, just the coaching calls are worth $600. So if you get all that, the course plus the coaching calls, that would be a fantastic deal. But because you're here today, and this is an introductory offer, so because you're here today on this introductory lesson 1, and you're seeing this, we've got an extremely special offer for you. So you can get started now. You can get the course and all that coaching, which we will, when we go get out of the introductory phase, the investment level will be $497. But today, since you're taking action today, $297 gets you the course and all that coaching. And to get this, all you have to do is go to speakerspathway.com, and up in the upper part of the menu, there's a tab that says Author Masterclass. All you need to do is click on that, and this can be yours. And it'll take you to a place where you can place your order, give us your information, put in your credit card information, and you can have this today. All you have to do is just take that action. Go to speakerspathway.com, go to the menu item, click on Author Masterclass, and there you go. And you'll get all this value. And if you're sitting on the fence, you're thinking, I don't know, this is, $297 might be a lot for you. But we want to add even more value. We want to add even more value than the course and the coaching. So a course that I'm just putting together now, and you will be one of the first recipients of this course, is how to win a TEDx stage. TEDx and TED is one of the most accessible and most successful platforms for getting your expert word out there, to getting your expertness out there and really getting exposure. It's absolutely fantastic. And I know many, many experts who want to get on a TEDx stage. Well, I've been a TEDx coach. I've coached TEDx speakers at TEDx events. And so I'm putting together this course that shows you how to win those stages. That's the first step. So this course will show you step by step what you need to do, the winning strategies of people who get on TEDx stages. This is just for the first 3 people. Again, you probably get this course before people in our membership at Speakers Pathway get this course. So that has a value of $297. So only for the first 3 people that are action takers. I want to work with action takers. And so take that action. All you have to do is go to speakerspathway.com, go up to Author Masterclass, click on that, and register for the remainder of the course. But we want to add more. We want to add even more value. So you might be thinking to yourself, gosh, I'm not sure if I have time. Not sure if I have time to take this course. Well, I was a leader in Fortune 500 companies for over 20 years. And, I ended up being a director of engineering. So my company, the company I worked for, were always sending me to time management courses because they knew the more they can get out of me, the more they're going to get out of the hundreds of people that I led. And so what I did is I took all the things that I had learned over that 20 years from these courses that I tried, proved out that worked for me. I threw away all the things that didn't work. And believe me, there were plenty of those. I took all the things that I learned that actually worked and I adopted and I still use to this day, and I put it into a time management course. It's called the Time Optimizer Architecture course. And this shows you step by step the 5 strategies to getting more time. One of the strategies alone that if you implement it well can save you hours a day. Could you use hours a day? It can save you hours a day. This is an incredible course. I've offered this as a bonus for some of the other live programs that I've done. People have come to me after that and said, this was worth the price of admission alone. That's how valuable this course is. I put a value of $497 on this course. And this, again, is only for the first 3 action takers who register from watching this today. So take some action. You know what you have to do. Go to speakerspathway.com. Go to the menu, Author Masterclass, and sign up for the course. But I'm not done. I want to add even more. So I'm a storyteller. I've always been a storyteller. and getting your message across in the marketing for your business and as you're promoting your book, promoting your platform, stories are a critical part. Our brains are hardwired to follow stories and be drawn in by stories. So I put a course together called Storytelling for Fun and Profit. And this is about stories. This is why stories work. And turns out there's 7 different types of stories, 5 of which are important for your business. And how to tell the 3 most important stories that you need to be able to tell about your business. Jim Grant and I, the co-founder of Speakers Pathway, recently gave this workshop live in Phoenix, Arizona. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. So people loved it, and they took a lot away from it. So I put a value of $497 on this course, which you get as our gift for signing up for the course today. You know what you have to do, speakerspathway.com, Authors Masterclass. Again, all these bonuses are only for action takers. They're only for the 3 people that sign up from this, watching this today. We have one more gift for you when you sign up today, because when I give my signature talk, one of the things one of my main points is success rewards action. Success rewards what? Success rewards action. Everybody who works with me knows that. Success rewards action. So I love action takers. So when you take action today, you're going to get another special gift. And this is 2 tickets to any of our Speakers Pathway live training events. Some of these are worth $500 a ticket. Some are worth thousands of dollars per ticket. You can come to any of them. Only for the first 3 people. Only could honor this for the first 3 action takers. I put a value of $997 on that. It may actually be worth quite a bit more. But just for the purpose of putting a value on it, $997 for this gift. That's yours because you take action today. You know what you have to do. Go to speakerspathway.com, Author Masterclass. So recap, what you're going to get. You're going to get the class that has lessons 2 through 5. You're going to get the coaching from myself, Dr. Lentz, Dr. Jackson. Then you're going to get these bonuses. How to win a TEDx stage, Time Optimizer Architecture course, and Storytelling for Fun and Profit course. And then 2 tickets to any of our live training events. And this has a grand total value of $3,185. I think I did the math right, but it's $3,000 value. But you can get it today. By taking action today, you can get started, not for our regular price after, which will kick in after our introductory period is over. But today you can get all that value, over $3,000 of courses and coaching for $297. It's incredible, incredible value. All you have to do is go to speakerspathway.com and click on the Author Masterclass menu. This is Barb, one of the people in Speakers Pathway, and she took the storytelling course. She's taken a lot of these things. She's working on building up her platform. This is her on stage at one of our events. So that could be you getting up on stage. She got great video of her up on our stage. So incredible, incredible, incredible value. I love action takers. So if you want to work with us, if you really want to get all this value, take action. Go to speakerspathway.com, Author Masterclass, sign up for this course and get all that value. And you might be thinking, well, what if I get in there and I'm not really sure. Well, we don't want you to buy this on emotion alone and then have buyer's remorse. So for 30 days, money back guarantee for any reason you say, this isn't right for me, you get your money back, no questions asked. So every penny of it back, no questions asked. Just, we want to make sure it's right for you. We're very much not about, hey, here's this course, you're on your own. We want to add value to you. So to give you that chance, we just want to take all the risk. We just want to take all the risk. We're risking that, and we truly believe this. We're so sure that you're going to get value out of this that's why we offer this. But we have your back with a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you haven't taken action by now, if you haven't gone to speakerspathway.com, click the menu item on Author Masterclass and signed up for this incredible value, you might be thinking, I just don't have the time. I just don't have the time. That's part of the reason we included that Time Optimizer architecture course. That can save you hours a day, free up your time to take the rest of these courses or to take or to do anything else that you like. This is probably worth just signing up for this and not taking us up on this offer. It's probably worth that course alone. You will free up time, hours a day. You might be thinking, I don't have the money. $297 may be a lot of money, but think of the value you're going to get. You sell one program, you sell one workshop, you've more than recouped all of your investment. I mean, that's how powerful this is. Just getting on at one of our training events, getting some video of you up on stage is worth more than that. So, I think it's just a matter of choice. It's a matter of choice about, do you think there's value enough in here to prioritize this over some of the other important things that you do with your money? And you might be thinking, well, this won't work for me. Don, you've got a PhD. Look at Sony, you got a PhD. Cheryl, you have a PhD. Well, let me tell you, I'm nothing special. I can't speak for Cheryl or Sony. I think they are very special, but I'm certainly nothing special. I'm not good at the tech stuff. For many years, I had hundreds of engineers working for me and they did all the tech stuff. So I'm not very good at that. I'm also not very good at social media. It's has not been my strong suit. It took me a long time to figure things out. And sales or marketing isn't my bag. I'm a creative. I like to create stuff. But you know what? Given those challenges with all the things that I've learned and all the things I've learned from people like Sony and Cheryl and all the other people that I've learned from over the years, I was still able to sell tens of thousands of my books. I've been able to become a world-recognized expert. I've been paid thousands of dollars to go and speak. I've been able to sell courses, coaching programs, and turn my expertise into a profitable business. So believe me, if I can do it, you can do this. You absolutely can do this. It's all a matter of how much do you want it? Are you willing to take a chance? Are you willing to take us up on this offer today for $297 to get all that value, all the courses, all the coaching? We'll walk with you hand in hand in building up your platform. So the choice is yours. I love action takers. If you take action today, take us up on this offer for $297 to get all that value, over $3,000 of value between the courses, the coaching, the event. It's a tremendous value. And like I said before, I love action takers. Success rewards what? I love this quote by Pablo Picasso, obviously, where he said, action is the foundational key for all success. Basically, Pablo is saying success rewards action too. That's how I've gotten to where I am. Action leads to learning, which leads to success. This is one of our members who's taken our courses and she's just taken names. I mean, she is just really kicking in her business. She's gotten focused. She's making sales. She's getting speaking. And it's all from the things that she's been able to learn using some of these step-by-step strategies that we've been able to teach her from the things that you will receive when you sign up for this course. So I say go to speakerspathway.com and click on Author Masterclass in the menu. I want to show you exactly how to do that. All you have to do is go to speakerspathway.com. Speakerspathway.com, it will bring you to this page. This is the main homepage of speakerspathway.com. All you have to do is go to Authors Masterclass, which is here in the menu. Click on that. It will bring you to this page, which has information about the class and a button here to click to register. Click on that. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. So again, I love people who take action. I'd really love to work with you. I know I speak for Sony and Cheryl also, who would love to take you to that next level. get you monetizing your expertise in the ways that we know you can. We can show you exactly how to do that. So I hope to see you inside the course, and I can't wait to work with you.